But no matter what comes next, I still have to face the ending.
Well, I mean, I've engaged it in the one way that I could. That's why I've just been sitting tight the entire time.
Well, if this feeling is unique to me, if everyone else is saying, yeah, sure, we understand what's going on or we're cool with it, then that's just me.
Again, my understanding is that we're being followed by something that's attacking us in supernatural ways, because I've taken the only steps through my understanding of the world around me to prevent the box itself from doing stuff. I have filled the box with stuff to prevent the supernatural effect and contain supernatural effect. So if it's the box attacking us, I will be mad. But if it's something tracking us down and attacking us, that I can understand. So again,
I suspect you're right, but I don't know enough about the world to say anything.
Well, I don't know that much about the world either. I'm just acting upon the information I have on hand, which is A, the object in the box could be supernatural. B, I have stuff that can prevent that or slow it down, and I've done so. And C, ghosts and demons exist. Maybe they want what's in the box. So my objective view of things is that we're being attacked by something that wants what's in the box.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, all of what you say can be true, but like, I don't know what we would do about that. You took your preparations, and I'm carrying the box. So,
well, I mean, you're carrying the box. I still got hit by lightning too. Just say everybody got hit by lightning.
Yeah, which I'm also not understanding. And can we use armor against that?
Technically, you can always check off armor for injuries.
Okay, so I could have used my armor for that.
If you want to declare you did, go for it.
Is that armor, or just, or is that like, I want to say plot armor, but you know what I'm saying.
It kind of falls into the same category. Like if he's using armor, maybe he has something he was expecting some kind of weird supernatural thing, so he took.
Oh, screw that! Then I'm tapping armor too.
Yeah,
I'm still one negative die from blue coat beating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then bring the burn category down to just singed, and it's just one harm.
Okay, so I go to the one box and I write in there that I am singed.
Yes.
Yeah, this is one of those games that penalizes your rolls if you're hurt, and your rolls are already terrible in this game. So this is like,
yeah, don't get hurt. I mean, like you're meant to resist and use armor and.
okay.
Yeah, this game is not designed to be a power fantasy. Really, it's designed to build up the crew so your next character has an easier time than the last one.
Yeah, I was kind of getting the impression that's supposed to be a lot more rollover than what we're doing.
Real dark side.
I mean, we're only like 4 episodes in.
Like no one's went to jail yet because you keep your heat down.
I went to jail once.
Died, even though people have come close.
I got trauma.
I went to jail. They let me out.
Yeah.
You went to the drunk tank.
There.
Okay, I went to the police station once. The blue coat.
I hung out at the fireman's ball once. You know, it's like being in jail.
But just a little about the world. There is a lot of supernatural things and sparkcraft. So, like, their technology and magic kind of jumps back and forth a little. There are beings like Whispers who can actually control lightning or command ghosts or stuff like that who exist. They're just rare.
Mm-hmm.
And there's scientists who can do crazy stuff that, keeps the city going.
I mean, I didn't understand the lightning is coming at you. Lightning doesn't like rear up.
Maybe I described that badly. Every time this box has been brought near some kind of electrical source, it's gotten a little of a hand. And kind of, you know how lightning leaps to nearby metal? Normally? Like, even if it's not touching the metal, you can sometimes see it leap if there's a big enough surge. You were seeing that off the rail tracks as you were approaching. And when you got close enough, it leaped down.
That wasn't what I got from the description. So
I kind of had been aware of that since the beginning and was trying to convey that as best as I can, and just no one else seems to have gotten it.
I mean, you just
I totally understood. There's nothing we could fucking do about it, so it was gonna happen.
Put it in a lead box? I don't know.
Yeah, because I carry a lead box.
Kept hearing that the rails are sparking. I didn't understand that I mean that
Look,
No,
I
that's
did
fair.
everything
I
I
will
could to
find more
contain an
specific-
object.
if the box was affecting, well, first of all, our boat isn't an icebreaker if it's not powered. I mean, I originally described it as an icebreaker, but I assumed it had an engine in it, so you could use it to push through ice. You don't have an
Which makes
icebreaker
sense.
that's pulled. That doesn't make any sense.
That makes sense. But in the smaller canals, it would have to be pushed because they wouldn't allow powered things through. Like the area between Charter Hall and Six Towers, it would likely be pushed.
Well, how small is that?
It's not that small. It's that there's a lot of boats that go through there, and a lot of them are gondoliers.
I mean, I'm looking at the scale on this map. These are big rivers. I'm not even sure our poles
Yeah.
have reached the bottom of this.
That's fair. How would it move?
I mean, I'm assuming it would. I mean, it's the era. We would have a coal-fired engine, like it'd be a steamboat. In fact, this is the era of electric trains. We could even have an electric eel-powered motor in the boat.
I just remember them saying a lot of the smaller canals are very crowded and they don't allow powered things. So I'm trying to think of how the gondolas get through there.
Um,
Because you're
I mean,
right, the waters would be quite deep.
what's the scale on this? Where's the scale for the map?
I'm looking. I don't see one.
I mean, when I look at the dockyards, so you get your dockyards here. Now, this pier that's illustrated here on the map, is this the only pier in all of the railways?
No, I
No,
think
the
as we've
error-
clarified before, definitely
Right.
not.
Main ones, correct.
So, in other words, this river is big enough that this is the only pier of note. There are other piers in here. So the scale of this would be crud.
Yeah, because some of those piers are as big as houses.
Like these roads over here. Yeah, this is a thick, huge river. And that's why I keep asking about the traffic. Like, I don't know how many other boats go through here. I don't know if we need a license to operate a boat because we have free passage that we can wander around everywhere. I wouldn't think they would let us do that for free. I think we would need a boat license.
I think it's the lack of organization, say, that makes that hard.
But you can make something illegal even if you can't organize it.
It's a matter of will the Blue Coats enforce it?
Yeah. It's I mean, like, once again, I'm even thinking of just the scale in Dishonored where the boats I mean, we would have a 20 or 30 foot draft. I mean, yeah, I hear that there are also the book can say lots of things that don't necessarily make sense.
Yeah,
So,
I'm starting to realize that.
yeah,
I'm okay with the boat being like have a small motor. Are people good with that?
Yeah,
Bringing
I
up
think so.
Dishonored, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
right, because then the boat would be chugging along like 5 or 6 miles an hour, which means you'd have to run to keep up with the boat.
Okay, so that guy was running to keep up with the boat.
Yeah, I mean, he might be able to do it if, of course, you're talking about how the canals are full. Like, are the streets empty? I don't. There's just. I was also taken aback by how quickly we just grabbed. I mean, if we're not supposed to be preparing, then maybe we should stop doing the prep phase. I'm sorry, I thought we were supposed to prepare. I thought preparing is fun, but if we're not supposed to be doing it, if the game doesn't do that.
The game is more designed to do flashbacks of what you did to prepare. Like, usually there would be only one possible role per character, what you're doing to set up beforehand. But there wasn't a whole lot of information before we went into this score.
See, that's very strange. That's strange to me, but it might not be strange to other people because I like the part of, well, let's go check it out and see what it is. And then after you see it, go, okay, now we can do a plan. It sounds to me like we're just supposed to like go down this list and say, oh, we'll just assault it. Or we'll just seed it, and then show up and immediately start doing that without any prep work in advance, which I guess is fine. It just strikes me as like the game is.
I find nothing more frustrating than spending hours planning jobs when I'm not like a professional heister I like to cut to the action and then whatever
If we're not
Like,
supposed to be doing this, then we're not supposed
what
to be
it
doing it.
serves.
I mean, I personally find the opposite. I don't
I mean,
like.
It's a matter of taste and style,
Yeah,
and
I don't like just
I think so.
the action and hitting things when we're not actually trying to engage the world.
it's not about skipping to hitting things. It's about skipping to
No.
what the action is, which could be, sneaking in. It could be, in this case, like it's the boat chase that matters. Not like we didn't cover the heist of the object because it didn't matter to the transport plan, which
Well,
was
but-
like getting it from there to here.
See, my issue is you're saying it didn't matter.
It's not that it didn't matter. It wasn't the exciting part of the story, is how they put it. Blades in the Dark is to focus on certain parts of the score, and it's usually the most action-packed, exciting parts, where a lot of the rest is glossed over or covered in flashbacks.
Okay.
But that's just the style of the game. I have the Dishonored RPG as well, if we wanted to try something different after the story arc or when we're done with
I
it.
mean, I don't want to bring up. I wasn't. If I don't want to. I want to play the game in the spirit it's intended. So.
Mhm. All right, are we good to jump back into this score?
I think so.
I am.
We've actually gotten back home at this point too, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the two of us have.
Well, no, everyone has returned home.
There we go.
The box is in the lair. Well, your layer's secure. The box is still weird. So, Professor looking at the box, the lodestone is still holding. It's cracked, so whatever is involved in this is stronger than just a simple ghost. Whether that's affecting from the outside or from inside the object, something has taken an interest.
Can you trap ghosts in objects?
Yeah.
People put them in bottles all the time.
Oh, so they think they want this object because there's a ghost in it?
I'm worried it's something worse than a ghost.
Well, given how it's been acting and how people have talked about it, whether or not there's something actually in it, I'm not sure, but it definitely has some possession of energy, and it definitely is associated with electricity.
Well, we can't evidently conceal it because people are obviously tracking us because we have this object. So now that we brought it back to our lair, people are going to come to our lair looking for it.
I could
Well,
try
it'll
and
make-
move up the
Right.
timeline of the meat so we can get rid of it quicker. I'd have to find Grace again.
Now, Grit, she is one of your enemies or rivals, so you would have an idea of where she is in Coleridge.
Yeah. The problem is it means going to her territory rather than doing it somewhere where we're a bit safer.
Right, and I would like to be safe. Professor, is there any way that you can keep the energies involved here at bay? Now that we are out of workshopping and construct things.
I mean, I already did. We're being attacked by something.
Well, if we're being attacked, can you give the thing some armor then? It's already in terrible shape. Can you repair it, maybe?
I mean, I've already made one. I assume that I could just put some patchwork on this one.
You could definitely attempt another attune roll to bring things back under control.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we're not being attacked by the statue. Somebody is attacking us to get at the statue.
Well then, it definitely sounds like Pariso and Grid ought to go ahead and do a, keep our guard up then. Well, we're going to be Grid and the Professor, you were already going to be watching it anyway, but I guess we all have to keep our eyes out for anyone trying to get in.
Like
Do you
another
want me-
option, Professor, just is a possibility you could study it and try and understand what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got all the time in the world. I don't see why not.
Yeah, you got a couple days here.
All the time in the world.
Just until your failing body gives out.
I'm literally one stress away from just passing out, so with an obsession. So
Let's see what our professor can learn here. Oh,
All right.
well,
So, Professor, now that you have your workshop to take a better look at this, the black salt seems to be containing any messages it's sending out to ghosts. You can tell there's something contained in here. It's more than a ghost, or it's a very powerful ghost. It's constantly attacking the lodestone, but that's not enough for it to escape. It is sending out some kind of distress into the ghost field, but the black salt is preventing ghosts from hearing it. So the only thing that's going to hear this thing are demons or whisperers.
and I'm pretty sure I encountered someone who may have been in the midst of demonic possession. So perhaps what we need are stronger wards, so at least they can't keep up with us. Can you do that, Professor?
I don't know. I am in the confusion state right now because it was my understanding that I can't craft things until downtimes, and now suddenly I'm crafting things left and right. So
Yeah, that's also where I'm a little confused too.
Any item with any tier ability would be something you create in downtime by acquiring an asset or building it. Anything like equipment in that, like arcane implements in that, you just get it by ticking off from your load. Dealing with ghosts in that is usually ritual style things or using a tune in some way. If the professor wanted to, he has arcane implements. He can try and patchwork what he's done, but he's not a whisperer.
I've already thrown my arcane implements into it, so you've got the best I could have already done.
Like, I don't think any of you are overly specialized in dealing with arcane matters.
Well, I can make arcane objects, but again, that's downtime activities.
Yeah,
and we don't reach
like,
we don't reach downtime activities until we complete the score. So,
I mean,
Each class
if the
has a
score
word
is taking place over multiple days, there is the fictional room for you to do crafting in
Yeah.
that sense.
But like from the professor's point of view, he's done everything within his power right now. Like, he can replace the lodestone now, but it's not stopping the creature from saying the signal, whatever's inside of it.
Yeah, so we either need to like find a whisper who can help us contain it, or we need to get rid of the box sooner, or we just need to stay put and fight whatever comes to us.
no, I mean we're already here.
Yeah, like each of you have abilities that you haven't picked up that deal with ghosts and supernatural, but that's not what this group seems to be prepared for.
I have a Spirit Bane Charm. Done. That's it. That's all I get.
I mean, I already did what I could do. I mean, there's no more discussion on my end. I'm done. Let's move on to the next thing. Whatever's going to happen next, unless someone says to do something else. Fuck it, we're here. What happens in 2 days or in the next day?
Yeah, we just sit on the thing for 2 days. Yeah.
All right. So you guys are watching this thing around the clock, possibly sleeping in shifts on the table or couch that's at the lair. Weird things keep happening. Energy surges, stuff like that. But nothing comes over the 2 days. You're just all very exhausted.
Cool. Off to the Sargasso, I guess.
I've got to transport this thing. Do I really have to carry it?
Has it gotten any better?
Yeah. I
In
mean,
your lair, there's not a whole lot of technology other than the professor stuff, which is high-level sparkcraft,
Mm-hmm.
which is designed to deal with ghost interruptions and stuff like that because it's a hall. So nothing in your lair is acting insane, as it were.
Well, that's good at least. So it shouldn't necessarily spark off, destroy our lair, alert everyone, and break and fail the mission all at once. This is good.
how long ago was it that... Real time. How long ago was it that horse hull jumped into the water?
probably less than an hour.
2 days.
Less than an hour? No, at real time.
Oh,
Sorry.
we've already
Oh.
sped it across.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's how long it took me to realize, oh man, I should have jumped into the water and taken the parts that I needed off of that fucking horse. An hour later, I'm just realizing, oh shit, there was a bunch of rare materials that I needed. That horse would have had them. Oh well.
There was a reason they were freaking out.
All right.
Right.
So we have moved up to the phase where we are heading out. Is that correct?
So everyone's okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
assuming
hoping...
that, like, in the next, because of the nature of the game,
Mhm.
3 days pass during which we do not replenish any equipment or resources.
No, you went back to your lair. You can clear your thing and reset your loads if you want.
Oh,
went back to
okay.
your lair.
Well, that means our buddy here can reset his arcane components.
Yes, I assume that's what's been while you're there is keep replacing the lodestone, keep using black salt every 12 hours, keeping this thing's voice to a minimum.
Is that what you want to do, Professor?
Yeah, no, it's already what's been said has happened.
Okay, good.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Good.
I didn't know if you had more stuff you could do after that.
No. You know how you have the charm? My arcane implements are mine. That's all I got.
Okay. All right, well then, I guess I can replenish my armor. Is that something I can do?
Yeah, your equipment can reset.
Okay. Cool.
All right, are you guys taking the same route that they had originally planned back?
Let's see.
I'm kind of confused. Shouldn't we just go on the route, and if we don't like it, we just do a flashback?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
If
I
you
guess
need
as
to-
far as it seems, like there's no further obvious things that are probably going to be electrical along this route. Is that correct?
Correct. Like the closest is the railway itself here. But you could always have your crew meet you a little further up the waterway.
Mm-hmm. So we can take it down the street a little bit, keep it away from the rail, and then get in on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. At least we can avoid one big problem.
All right. For the sake of the situation, I don't see anything. This is happening during the day rather than night.
Mhm.
You guys make your way to Tanglehold without a problem.
Ooh. Well, all right then. So we at least have it here. And now we just need Find Grace.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose this is a little bit of looking around, flagging her down, asking contacts and such like that, correct?
Mhm. Yeah, it's... I didn't realize voice changer was still on.
Oop.
It's easy enough to find. It's not Grace there, it's Mercy.
Oh, okay.
Someone who works for Grace, someone who's a good friend of Grit. And she waves down at the lot of you when she spots the four of you.
Mhm.
Hey, guys, over here.
And you were so nice.
Yeah, well, Grace didn't want to come out herself in case, you guys didn't have what you brought.
Oh, funny that.
Do you have what you were supposed to get?
Exactly that and nothing less.
Can I see it?
I'll go ahead and turn to Grit. Grit can go ahead and guide her to wherever place we're safely setting it down at the moment, and probably just open up the box enough for her to see it.
So she peeks in, takes a look, doesn't touch the thing. All right, that looks good. She reaches into her pouch, pulls out draft bottles wrapped in cloth, and it looks like the little sketch you were given.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to give you guys these as payment.
That'd be correct. We'll just need to make sure that they're also the real thing, and I think we're all set. And I imagine, if the professor, even glances at that, it's obviously ghosts inside there, right?
The professor can tell there's ghosts in there, yes.
Okay, good. In that case, then I'm going to assume that they're probably exactly the people that the professor's friend was looking for. We could also just wait a second for the professor to sit down, too. All right. Professor, welcome back.
What I miss?
Well, we're doing the exchange right now. We have the bottles in front of us. They definitely appear to contain ghosts. Is there anything you want to do to ensure that your side of the bargain, that you get what you bargained for?
I mean,
Or are you just fine with it?
I can always just, I guess, attune to make sure that there are actually ghosts in the bottles, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell there is ghosts in the bottles.
But you might need to
They may
attune to
look-
make sure they're the right ones.
Well, I mean, I don't know that there are right ones. I wasn't told specifically what the ghosts were or anything, just that they had 3 special bottles, and if these appear to be
Right.
3 special bottles...
It might still be worth studying them to make sure that they're not going to do something strange, much like the statue when we transport them to your next contact.
Right, but I don't think there's going to be, like, days of waiting between this one and that one. I'm just going to go find Silas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Alright, so if the professor is satisfied, so am I. I'm glad that we could handle our business respectfully.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I can get these weird things off my hand, to be honest.
Indeed. I do recommend keeping this black salt ward around it wherever you take it, of course.
Wait, what?
I'm giving her
It-
instructions to keep it safe when she takes it.
It's just a statue, right?
It's a little bit more than that.
No, not really. They were a superstitious lot. This was just a statue. Let's keep going now. Shut the fuck up.
Right, so you guys part ways, and yeah, you have your 3 spirit bottles.
Yep, that's right. So, I suggest we get out of Tangletown as quickly as possible after that stunt, then.
Fair.
As soon as that thing leaves, I imagine we're about to hear that it's going to explode somewhere.
Black salt is
Not
volatile.
our, yeah,
Not our problem, of course, but let's get away from the problem. That's Grace's problem now.
All right, guys. So I imagine you just take the spirit balls, drop them off with Sylvia.
That seems like the case.
No,
Professor knows where
why
he
would
goes.
That'd be crazy. I dropped them off at Salia.
That's a name.
I don't know who the fuck Olivia is. She ain't getting the
I
spirit.
feel like I've
bottles.
heard 12 different names for this character, but it kind of makes sense given that she jumps from body to body.
Yeah, I mean, Saltpure deserves better than this, you know. So we turn them into Sally, and I guess the favor's at least done. I'm waiting to try to do 2 different names in the same sentence. It's just not hard. It's just hard to pull off. Well, I suppose a
All right,
favor
guys.
done for a friend is always a pleasure to do.
All
Is
right.
she not paying us for that job?
She
I
already,
wrestled
Oh,
the
we already
mechanical horse.
paid.
she
That's
already
the
did.
problem.
Oh.
She gave us what we needed. Sorry, they gave us what we needed when we needed it for a favor and ahead of time. They gave us.
I see. That was for the last one.
Mm-hmm. And hey, we didn't piss off the Church of the Forgotten Gods with all this. Wonderful.
We don't know that.
Well, we've definitely pissed off the Grey Cloaks.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, we drowned a hull. If that makes any sense.
Oh, we didn't drown a hole.
Oh yeah, we
Hull
also
drowned
pissed off the
itself.
Spirit Wardens. You're right. I can see that
Yeah,
one
the
too.
Spirit Warden's hull drowned itself. That's not my problem.
We did it, everyone. We saved the city.
All right. So you guys are in 3 rep from that run. So you've
Yeah.
maxed out rep again. There
Good,
wasn't a
good,
whole
good.
lot of coin involved.
Unfortunately.
And as crazy as it was, I think that was a contained situation. Weird shit happened. No one died. You weren't on hostile turf, anyone's hostile turf.
hmm
So I think that's actually just 2 heat.
We did kind of shoot 2 people in the streets.
Yeah,
don't know.
that pissed off the Grey Cloaks.
To be fair, though,
Okay.
you did also, when you put the gun in the other guy's hand, I forget what you call that.
Yeah. I tried to pass it off as like they were shooting each other rather than me.
Right. So we didn't hurt many people who didn't want to get involved in our business anyway.
Mm-hmm. As you see, some groups have moved up, some have moved down.
hmm which one moved up here?
The Church of Ecstasy and the Reconciled.
Oh, okay. Well, all the fringers really like us. So far, so good. The scavengers don't like us, though. That's a funny one.
I think that was from setting up the crew. One of your... I think your workshop was stolen from them.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. It might have been an older one, then.
Yeah,
That's fair
Sounds
enough,
good.
then. So, at least as far as it goes, everything, it's going great, guys. The whole society hates us, but we're loved on the fringes. As it should be. Forget
Hey, I didn't
society.
move a criminal to get loved by the populace. We go into politics for that, and that's your job.
All right. So, I would say the next thing we should definitely do is try to make 7 coins in a single job and finish this off and get up to the next tier as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we need a big payday. That's what we need.
But you guys still want the Vice Den as well.
We need to make the opium den.
I mean,
Yeah.
are we not getting to downtime now?
This
We are
probably would be
definitely
downtime. Now, yeah.
You did involve the Church of Ecstasy within your score.
Mm-hmm.
So your crew does get 2 coins from that
Okay.
because you have a luxury fence working for you on the side. You were dealing with
Yeah,
high class targets.
Mhm.
Since Church of Ecstasy was involved, your crew does get 2 coin. I just added to there if anyone wants to draw from it.
Wonderful.
Okay.
And that's the advantage of having these. They're not called turfs; these claims
Yeah.
to build up your crew. And you're also max rep, so if you want to spend rep for extra downtime, that's also an option for now. But yeah, we are shifting in downtime. Everyone will have 2 actions. Who wants to declare their first action?
Me, I'm gonna heal.
Good choice.
All right.
How do I heal?
You basically make, if you don't have a friend or a contact, you make a tier roll equal to your group's tier. If I remember, Edward was working on getting a doctor, but he's not there yet.
Right,
Okay.
still halfway on that.
So what do I roll?
So you would roll 2 dice and take the lowest at this point.
Okay. So no. Where am I? Cancel. Where's the fortune button? There it is. Okay, so roll 2 dice.
Well, you roll 0 dice technically. It's tier 0.
Right. So 1.
So you
So-
take up 1 click on that progressed clock near healing. When it fills, all your harm goes down by 1.
Why'd you fill the whole thing? There we go. All right.
All right, so that's 1 action. Who wants to do their other first action?
I'll do the same thing.
All right. So 3, so 1 tick on the healing clock. Bishop or Grit, who wants to go next?
I got a question. Level 1 harm does still need to be healed in the same way, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I still need to heal as well. So let's go ahead and handle
Right.
that. Roll fortune.
Why is everyone so beat up?
I'm still recovering from the blue coat beating.
Oh wait, how many dice is it supposed to be?
It's a 0 dice
All right,
until
0
you get a
dice.
doctor.
There we go.
All right, one tick on your healing clock.
Yeah. Well,
When
that's way
that
too
fills,
many.
all your harm drops by 1.
Wonderful.
Great. What are you doing with your first action?
Well, after seeing Mercy at Tango Town, reminds me that I got a big fight coming up tomorrow night, so I'm going to go down the pits and relieve some stress by indulging in my vice.
Nice.
Sounds good.
My character sheet I was hiding. Indulge vice. And oh, I should have had a bonus dice. Hold on. Unless Mercy is too. You know what? I'm gonna say that Mercy isn't there this time. So, that way, I
Fair.
keep
So
with the fiction.
You relieve 3 stress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think there's like that moment where like Grit's expecting Mercy to be there, and she's just
Where is she?
yeah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She just picked up a strange object. Who knows where she could be?
And your friends just allowed her to walk away with it with no instructions.
Mm-hmm.
This thing isn't weird, is it? No, it's perfectly fine. Oh, okay.
I mean, we said don't take her out of the black salt, so you know.
All right, everyone's second action.
I think I definitely need to relieve some stress.
I also need to relieve stress.
All right.
Hey,
So
no more stress.
So how do we do that?
So
Indulge
you indulge your
vice.
vice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. Indulge vice.
All right, choose the lowest one. So
Choose the lowest one. You didn't have to choose the lowest one.
it's based on whatever your worst.
Oh, your worst stat. Okay.
Yeah. So
I think you have nothing in
recovered
resolve, right?
1 stress. All right, so that brings me to Grid or the Professor. What is your second downtime actions?
Playbook training.
All right, take your 2 clicks.
I think Grit gets like frustrated that Mercy wasn't there for his fight and goes to like their regular gym and ends up just getting in a fight with someone who he usually trains with. I'm actually going to indulge my vice again.
All right.
Good.
Though I'm probably at risk of overindulging. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Yeah, I overindulged by 1. So
All right. So you can attract trouble to the group, which is going to cause an entanglement for the group to have to deal with. You can brag about your latest score, which produces 2 heat, or something takes Grid out for the next score.
I think it will go with the +2 heat. I think Grit like beats this guy and says, "Oh, it was easier than the bloody grey coats I beat up yesterday."
All right.
And just throws himself right in the middle of it.
All right, so that's everyone's standard downtime. Now people can spend coin or rep from the group to get more if they want.
I will spend a rep to start working off of our heat some.
All right, and how is Bishop going about this?
Well, clearly, I love being involved in the local politics of things and going, no, of course, nothing terrible is happening. The engineering is the soundest in the entire archipelago. I'm sure you saw sparks, but that's just part of their normal functioning. It's silly for you all to worry about this. There's more pressing concerns. Did you hear what's happening over at this nobleman's house? So this is going to be part of my normal consort, yeah. We're back in controlled. We're doing standard. And we got 0. Hey, that's like 3 heat, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 3 heat down.
Wonderful.
Bring you down to only 4 heat. Anyone else want to spend from the crew's coin, your own coin, or the crew's rep for another action?
Well, I'll spend the rep, but we can't do the same action twice, right?
Correct.
You can't do the same. No, you can't. You can't do the same training twice.
But I
You can
can't
do this action, just not
I can't double heal or double
You
distract.
absolutely can. Yeah.
You can double heal, you can double
Yeah.
indulge, you just
Mhm.
can't train in the same stat more than once.
Okay.
So you want to grab one of the reps and do?
I'm gonna go ahead and playbook plan and resolve.
So you get 1 point
Train?
in
Okay.
resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend a rep to train in playbook as well.
How much
All
rep
right.
is there?
We're now
there-
three shot of max.
That's just saying because y'all are spending rep. I mean, we can all just spend rep.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
then I'm
rep per
going back
coin.
to the hospital.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want me to take you to an actual doctor, Professor?
One of these days. It's such a vicious beating that a week later I'm still hobbled by it.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't exactly taken rest. Doc keeps telling you to go home and get some sleep. You're like, no.
Gotta do another
Yeah.
job. We got another one lined up. Oh, so that was your roll right there, right? The 3-1?
What else would it have been, Griff?
I don't know. I didn't see it happen, so I just thought it was there the whole time.
Yeah, despite the fact that you rolled last.
Yes, I'm an idiot, thank you.
Don't mind Griff, he's new here.
I would like to spend one of my own coin, of course. I'm going to go do that and try to continue finding a doctor.
That's fair. You guys need a doctor.
We really do.
Mhm.
So let's hit up that controlled.
Mhm.
I got a 4 this time.
All right. 2 more ticks.
Almost there. Maybe soon I'll be able to heal the professor up back to his normal burned state. And that's,
Professor.
I think, all the downtime I'm going to do. Anyone else got anything?
Actually, I'm gonna. If I spend a coin, can I upgrade Edward's 4 to a 6 there, so that we get the doctor? Because these guys need healing.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my coin.
Hey.
All right. All right. So, with some money and a lot of research, you guys have finally found a doctor who will take your case and get you up between missions.
Wonderful.
I had expert.
He's going to have a long list of injuries, quote, all from falling down the stairs, including the gunshot wound.
All right. So from now on, you guys will have an expert who's a doctor you can pull on.
Mm-hmm. And that'll give us,
You'll be
Yeah,
rolling.
he counts as a
your
tier higher.
crew's- Yeah, he counts as a tier higher than what your crew is when you go to the doctor.
ooh, wonderful. So higher than 0.
Yep.
Oh, boy. We really ought to upgrade our crew.
And we're trying. We could just keep doing jobs for free.
All right. So currently, we still have 3 coin for our group in the bank, and we
Mhm.
need 5 of it in order to upgrade, and we need to fill out 4 rep at the same time.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
all.
like
So
you
we-
guys need a big score.
Yeah, we just need to do a job for someone a couple tiers higher than us.
So I think maybe our normal contact might be the place to go, either Jenna or Niley, and see if they have a job for us that could give us enough money for us to finally make it.
Yeah.
In which
Well, I'm
case,
sure both of them could give you something. They're going to be 2 different types of jobs.
hopefully one that doesn't involve my crew getting beaten up again, because I don't think they could last through another one like that.
Well, you guys just seem to keep diving into like the arcane people in that, and that these strange missions.
Mhm.
What if we did some smuggling that didn't involve, you know, a demon shooting lightning at us?
I don't know. People are even more aggressive when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, but at least I can get in the way of that shit.
Awfully true. But I mean,
Or-
our contacts are our contacts, so.
You also have friends and enemies,
Mhm.
and Pariso has been bringing it up since the beginning. Maybe you want to rob Rosalind Keller.
Yeah,
That's a
do
good
you just
point.
want to pull off a robbery? So tell us about this Rosalind Keller.
Where would I get started?
Well, let's start with their net worth.
I don't think they're worth that much.
Well, that's
The
incredibly
only-
unfortunate.
The only note I have here is a wealthy noble in Brightstone.
Yeah.
See, that's more encouraging.
I mean, you all have enemies, right? We all have enemies.
That I do. Mine aren't very rich, though.
We just
They're
did
just-
a job for my.
Mhm.
I mean, mine's just a noble, which doesn't mean they're actually wealthy. I mean, you're a noble, you're not wealthy, are you?
I'm temporarily embarrassed. That's all it is.
Let's
I
throw out
swear.
there that the note that I just heard was a wealthy noble.
Yes.
So literally, the 3-word description had the word wealthy in it.
Oh, well then, yeah. Well, let's go rob them then. They have too much money.
Yep. All we gotta do is rob a blind.
What
So
did she do to earn the hatred of your lurk?
Oh, she knows what she did. If you want a literal reason, my character is weird, so I'm going to say absolutely nothing. I just decided I hated her.
She looked at you wrong one day, and you just decided, "Who the hell is that?" Well, that's Rosalind Keller.
I'm kind of
Fuck
going
her.
the Shackleford approach to this, which is I've just decided I'm going to blame all my crimes on her.
She
And
looked
if
at you wrong at the opera one time.
If she doesn't hate me now, she's going to hate me later. That it's kind of like something that has ballooned out of control.
it's an obsession of yours more than anything.
Besides, I probably stole something of theirs once, and they reported me on it. Another of my favorite jokes in the Drew Carey show, which is, why do you hate Drew Carey so much? It's because he wrote down that I came into work drunk and put it on my permanent record. It's like, yeah, but you did come into work drunk. He said, yeah, and he put it on my permanent record. So wait, you're drunk right now. I mean, it's that kind of thing of I totally deserved it, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. So
Okay.
I guess let's go ahead and start doing the normal thing of let's get some information on this person, their place, and things that might actually be valuable. So I'll go ahead and do some chattering around, and someone else can go case the place. How does this sound?
Yeah, I'm down for doing some casework.
Okay. Professor, you're with me. By that I mean just hang out with me.
Is Wolf Ironborn just one guy?
Consort to just go around asking town and seeing how do people feel about this person? What do they actually do, and who might they be involved with?
I'm just wondering.
And where in town are you going? What district or what group are you getting this information from?
Let's see. Well, the citizens of White Crown actually seem to like us, and I believe they're some of the rich and hoity-toity types.
They certainly are. You're in good with the Grom family, at least 2 of the 3 in charge of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll have a pleasant bit of tea with them, and I'll in the middle of it also query them about this. It's just a nice,
Okay.
pleasant day. I no longer have any stress, and I only have a single black guy.
So Steve, the guy you met, is more than welcome to meet up with you again. Kind of excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sees black and goes, "Oh, geez, what happened to you?"
Ruffians, I'm afraid.
Oh, well,
You know,
come
they
in,
see
enjoy.
someone like me walking around and they just assume I'm a simple mark.
Hmm.
It doesn't help that they're right.
Well, I hope you paid them in kind in some way.
Oh, I most certainly did. They won't forget me very soon.
Hmm.
Ah. But yeah, so I'll engage in like the pleasant small talk for a bit and eventually get around to so I've been hearing a name around town. I'm wondering if maybe you've heard of them. This Rosalind Kellis.
Oh, yeah, the woman trying to be in charge of the Brightstone district.
Oh, is that what she's doing? Politics these days.
I think so. I know she's got a lot of money. Well, a lot of old money, not so much. She doesn't exactly have a thriving business, to my knowledge, but I don't
Yes.
watch everyone.
Well, I know well what it is to sit upon far too much money that you don't know what to do with, so I can sympathize with that. I say, looking longingly into the distance.
Yes, that's totally a problem you really have in real life.
Yes, definitely. Um, so so political ambitions are interesting. What is she doing precisely to get this position? Is she trying to rouse up the people? Uh, this is actually a bit of out of character information. I don't know. Are there elections?
There's no elections. There's a council put in charge,
Mhm.
and controlling the district could be more of just being favored the district or owning a lot of businesses there. Or
Mhm.
Brightstone, its big thing is the Church of Ecstasy and the probably the wealthiest market in town.
Right.
Like White Crown is mostly administration and rich people living there, where Brightstone is kind of where rich people would go to shop or
Mhm.
interact with important things coming in or the church.
Right. So I guess it would be fair to assume that she's probably friendly with the Church of Ecstasy, the people of of that district, and probably the merchants too.
Mhm. If nothing else with the Church of Ecstasy, she would attend for appearance's sake.
Right. So simple there at the very least. What
Mm.
about this family of hers? She has an estate here, definitely. Is this sort of an old place that facet of the city, or just some place that they just threw up because they could?
Oh no, she lives in Nightstead. It's like a mini White Crown. It's where the richest of Brightstone who live there live.
Ah, I
She
see.
doesn't have land over here, but I guess it's a nice enough place.
Hmm. Oh, you haven't been there before, then I would assume. No tea or.
Not to her home specifically, no, but I would know some of the neighbors there. Knight's Head is well guarded. It's got the gold bridge. It's got lots of lookouts. It's blue coat. It's one of the few places other than White Crown where you can see an inspector on patrol once in a while.
Ah, I see. I see. Well, I suppose they do pay for it.
Well, taxes have to go somewhere, I would hope.
And you butt to the people who pay it. Well then, I don't think there's any other poignant questions that really come to mind, so it might just be small talk from there on out. And a
Mhm.
pleasant time talking with our friend.
Mhm. And like he informs you that his family is quite wealthy, but they do deal in a lot of the strange
Hmm.
craft and other stuff that they get smuggled into town, and it's not unusual for this person to deal in such things. That's why he was connected with Jenna. He just doesn't always have a place to slip to.
Right. And of course, since we're friends and associates, if he ever has any such a job, of course, he can always come to us. He knows we're reliable.
Oh, absolutely. He's just waiting for his father to return and see what weird stuff gets brought back from the outside world this time.
Ah, he gets to do the fun adventures, and you just get to sell it.
Well, he moves it and gets the coin for it, or gives the coin,
Hmm.
or what have you.
Of course, of course.
All right. Meanwhile, I think Grit and the Lurk were casing out Knight's Head. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. I will. Once we know the location of her house, I'll just
I
go
don't
for some.
understand. Don't we just go, and if there's anything we want to mod this, we just do backfill?
Yeah, that's how the mechanics work. Just you guys have never drawn on it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, you can still do a gather information roll ahead of time for the engagement roll, but we don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, it sets up possible complications, and it gives bonuses to the fortune roll when the heist actually starts.
okay, so we'll go case the place out.
Yeah.
So we do
So-
go look at things before we do them. All right.
You go do things, you don't do a whole lot of planning. It's strange, and I think we're all still working on it. So you case the point out. It's one of the few buildings that in the city that only has 2 residents attached. So you can see Rosalind Keller here. Her mansion is interconnected with the property beside it. And it's this large home for most people who live here. 4 stories high. It's got a fence around it. This place has... You're not seeing any of the slums of society on the streets here. In fact, probably deep in the yard, you can probably see a small light that looks like a sun lamp. Now, anything that generates this kind of light is incredibly expensive. Because the sun being, fractured and such, these lights actually allow things that would grow in sunlight to grow. So she actually has a small flower bed.
I'm not sure we want to traffic in exotic flowers. I'm not sure that has a good resale. I think we're just here after like jewelry and silverware.
The lamp itself might be worth pinching.
How heavy is it?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good point.
The structure itself looks pretty heavy, but the professor could probably take what's important from it.
We'd have to get the professor in there, dismantle it, and then take it with us. I thought we were just doing a quick, and then we have to fence it. I mean, actually, I'm thinking we want to keep it so we can grow our own opium.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but I mean, it's heavy and fragile, but we're also big people, so that's doable. However, I thought we were trying to raise cash so we could improve the.
Right.
Yeah, so we can come back and get the sun lamp later.
Maybe that's the next time that we rob this person.
Yeah, when the security will be better, but it'll be hilarious because we'll come by and steal the sun lamp and leave everything alone. I'm guessing she probably has the good jewelry over there in the kitchen, which would probably be over there because that's where the door is, where you can dump the scraps. Actually, be next to the kitchen. It'll be in there. It's gonna be in a locked cabinet. But I'm guessing she has a. You said her building is divorced from everything else, so she has a wall and a small garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what's her wall like? Is it spiked?
The wall is not a gilded fence. It's got the spiked fence. It's not overly high.
Like a
You could
filigree.
You can easily get over it.
Yeah.
There are a handful of people that you assume are not gardeners who are walking the property, and they're not blue coats either, so maybe these are a personal group that she has hired to watch the place.
Yeah, she has security. This is gonna be a tough shakedown.
But even looking through the windows, you can see expensive candle holders.
Yeah, just
more
tough.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I suggest we come back. We have heavy loadouts with big sacks. Just go in, grab a bunch of stuff, and go. It looks like no matter where we go, we're gonna get something.
Yeah, I think the one thing Grit will keep an eye out for is how heavily patrolled the area. Not the mansion itself, but the streets.
Well, your crew works out of Night Market. And there's pretty regular blue coat patrols there of 2 or 3 people, but once in a while you'll see a group of 5 in Night Market. That's about how often you're seeing inspectors walk around. There are plenty of blue coats here passing every 30 to 40 minutes, and the odd inspector wandering around this district. They have high security here compared to a lot of the city.
Yeah.
A smash and grab is going to get a lot of attention and a lot of police force quickly.
No, I don't think we want to smash and grab.
Right, so we do
Yeah,
want to
we
be
need
civil.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
just,
gonna have to.
I got lockpicks and jazz. We just go in, pick the lock, grab a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Sounds good
You're
to me.
basically the lead on this, honestly.
Oh, I am? Okay, yeah. No, go in the window, grab the stuff that's easy, stuff it in sacks. There's lots of gold and fancy stuff. Grab the easy defense stuff and get out.
Yep.
Yeah, even though there's like the sun lamp and the pictures, we don't want that. So yeah, let's do that. What kind of mission is that?
It sounds like a stealth mission to me.
Yep.
Yeah, the less we're noticed, the better.
Let's see. Yeah, stealth.
Yeah, like you're being sneaky, you're breaking in. You're not trying to trick anyone or just smash in. So yeah, I think stealth is the way to go. So now here's a question. I don't know if we have enough time to get through this whole score. Do we want to stop a little early and start the next game right at the score? Or do we want to stop partway through the score?
I think we'd be better off, let's do the whole thing at once in case something goes tits up.
Right.
We don't, the next game starts at 6, right?
Yeah.
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 Well,
Yeah, we have to do experience as well, so that'll take
Yeah.
us to half
Yeah.
past the hour, and we can end
sounds
time
good.
good.
All right, we're set and ready to go
Alright.
for next time, and let's do it.
All right, so let's start with the professor. Did you adjust the challenge with either technical skill or mayhem?
Yeah.
Claim an XP.
Yeah, we had a bit of both.
Express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I believe so. 'Cause you know what I'm always working towards. That's the vaguer one. It's the vaguer one for me to try and put into. Well, yeah. I mean, my heritage as a Taikarosi and dealing with the ghost demon issue.
Works for me. And then the last one, struggle with your issues, vice, or traumas.
I guess that's the one that didn't come up. It's my obsession didn't come up because I didn't dive into the water after that hole.
Yeah. That would have definitely covered it.
Well, thankfully, it
Right.
still marks me for a full playbook advancement. So,
Yep. All right. So I'll let you pick out your ability and let me know when you have.
I already have.
Oh.
I
that
am
was
now
fast.
calculating. It's a veteran advance.
All right. What's it from?
Spider.
Yeah. During downtime, you give yourself or additional crew member +1 downtime action. It's great.
Yeah, it's a sweet one.
All
I
right.
think the last time we played a similar system, that was one of the first ones I chose.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Well, I mean, looking
It's
at
a
them
good
all,
one for this.
I was looking at that one and I was looking at Connected. I think Connected is the next one I'm going after.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because I have to do a long-term action to acquire an asset or something for the stuff
Mhm.
that I want.
Right.
All right. Raph. Adjust the challenge with stealth or evasion.
Well, that's kind of where I'm confused because I thought we were gonna break into that place, but then we didn't. I mean, does that still count?
You did come up with the idea of the stealth and taking the object, so I can see that.
Okay. All right.
Even though it wasn't role played out, it was still mentioned during the story.
All right.
Express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Oh yeah, I'm still a weirdo, and I still like collecting weird stuff, and also I think this cult is silly.
Yeah, we
All
definitely got like the sense that your belief is that cults of the old forgotten gods are complete
Well, that
rubbish.
also, I'm all in favor of like Incredible Vice and Opium Den and taking stuff from rich people. But
Yeah.
I have not struggled with my vice or traumas. I don't have a lot of trauma or vice to struggle with yet.
Fair. Speaking of struggling with vice, grit.
Yeah.
Address the challenge with violence or coercion.
There was a lot of that here. I fought with some grey cloaks, shot one in the knee, I wrestled a horse. And there was a bit earlier where we were like being coercive as well, ordering that guy around. I've forgotten the name of the guy. Yeah, but there was a lot of that one.
Take your XP.
Mm-hmm.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think your background came in a couple times this mission.
Yeah, well, all the stuff with grace and mercy, obviously. And then, yeah, like I have a belief written down, which is no matter who starts a fight, be the one to end it. So that was like taking Edward's business into my own hands.
All right. Take a check there somewhere. And struggle with the issues of your vice and trauma. You did overindulge, so it did come up.
Yeah. And I mean, like I was playing into the recklessness with tackling that horse into the water and leaving the gang alone for that.
Absolutely.
For the second half of the score.
Take your XP somewhere.
All right. The
Edward.
full allotment.
Hey.
Address the challenge with calculation or conspiracy.
We just addressed an entire interlocking series of favors by stealing from people, and we didn't even make them mad doing so. I think that kind of worked out.
All right. Express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I'm still the hoity-toityest of nobles here, and it's working out great. I love it.
All right.
Every single interaction.
Struggle with vice or obsession, or not obsessions, trauma.
I think I may have even gotten myself injured over that this time. That I had to deal with this guy, even if someone else didn't think they were a threat.
Yeah, that was
Put myself directly
A-grade
into danger
paranoia.
because of paranoia.
All right. The teeth. Executed successful smuggling or acquired new clients or contraband sources. You smuggled that artifact.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tick that up.
Mm-hmm.
Contend with challenges above your current station.
Good question. Where were the tiers on that? What do you think?
I mean, everyone's above our station. We're
Oh,
tier
that's
0.
right. We're 0. Everyone's better than us. I keep forgetting this.
All right,
So we
you
will
got
get an
A,
advancement.
Bolster the crew's
Nice.
reputation or develop a new one. Your reputation is strange.
Yo,
Yeah.
we took this apocalyptic thing across the city. Someone's got to think these guys are crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we were caught with goats staring on us.
Fair.
Yeah, what do the goats think? Man, you got to keep that in mind.
Express goals, drives, inner conflict, or the essential nature of the crew.
I don't think we've ever explicitly concretely defined what any of those are, but I think we are keeping in sort of the mood we've developed where we're all semi-professional about it. I don't care what your vices are. Well, until I needed to.
All right, so that gives you guys.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we're chasing a tier up is definitely goals of the crew.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, we're consistently trying to build ourselves up and just fight and just punching upwards the entire way.
End up saying a lot of people along the way, but
yeah,
that's the style of the game. All right, so you've got another advancement, so you can take another special ability or 2 advancements or a new cohort.
What were we looking at the last time we discussed this? Was there a special ability we want to go ahead and take right now?
I mean, one of the ones to consider, because we're aggressively chasing tier, is whether we want to do the veteran patron advance, which would mean that tier only costs half as much. Otherwise,
we could all
can
become
go...
immune to ghost.
Yeah, I mean, taking actual special abilities might be a good idea.
Wait, where's the... I can't make the sheet come up.
Which one, the teeth?
There we go. All right. All right.
Let's see.
So where's the list of things we get to choose from?
Just beneath
there's the
heat.
special abilities, or under the middle column is the upgrades.
Yeah.
Oh, we could poach from other crew too.
Oh, and we also all get 2 stash coin, right? From
Oh, from jumping up, yes. Everyone take
from
2
advancing.
coin. Every player take 2 coin
Oh,
Ooh,
because you advance as a crew.
nice.
and yeah, we have the doctor added. That's good.
hmm
Yeah, that was a good one. I feel like we should take a special ability because we took upgrades last time.
Right.
Might be nice to have something.
I think we did 1/4, but I mean that can also wait a little bit.
Yeah, that feels like something that we can put in place once we get to tier 1 and people care about us a bit more.
We
Do
could
we want
choose
to have a?
Pay, which gives us +1 stress box, right?
I think you need to spend like 3 or 4 upgrades on that one. I can.
Oh, that's 3 boxes we have to fill. Wow.
Yeah, and we get 2 for 1 tier up.
Well, we could do leverage.
Crucify's
Why
coming.
don't we talk about this like over the next week and we can decide before next
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll go with that too.
Yeah. We'll figure this out.
Because we could
got a
also
bunch of
potentially
options.
take one from one of the other crew books. Like that's how
Oh
Okay.
gosh, yeah, that's right. There's a lot more to
Yep.
look at then.
Well,
Yeah.
there's still some good ones here, but you could read through the other ones.
Yeah.
Okie doke then.
All right, guys. Did anyone want to say anything on their way out, or?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the stream. In less than half an hour, we'll be doing Star Wars. Come and see us as we go across the galaxy, making everyone mad at us, much like we do in this game, but this time over terrifying artifacts of occult power. Wait a second.
Wait.
Hold up. Hold up a second. We stream every Sundays and Wednesdays, and we always have our crews here. And thanks everyone for coming, and thanks for running as well. Anyone else got a shout out they want to do?
I got some hype because also once again,
Yeah.
I'm here from sanguinegames.com, and we are currently kickstarting Abyss. We just added some new stuff. We added Scarlet Hollow as add-ons. Abby Howard, who does Last Halloween and Midnight at the Crossroads, or Crossroads at Midnight. Sorry, I apologize. I keep screwing those 2 things up. Who does Scarlet Hollow and Last Halloween is on board. Plus, also, we have a surprise happening on Thursday, January 21st. So you can watch us because we have a surprise that's happening Thursday, January 21st. If you're watching with the future, sorry you missed it.
Yeah.
Speaking of sci-fi, I am currently involved in a streamed production of Henry IV Part 1 and 2 with a group called Streamed Shakespeare, and you can check them out on streamedshakespeare.com. That doesn't sound like sci-fi, but it is. We are doing a sci-fi production of Henry IV and V. I play
boy.
both a space pirate and an android.
My kingdom for a Corvette.
That's it.
All right, then. I think we've hit off all of our shout-outs then, if I'm right. And thanks, everyone, for coming, and we'll catch you all next time.
Good night, everyone.